Recording has started. Please go ahead.
Very good evening, everyone. Welcome to another day of the Agile Scrum. As you know, we have started with Agile and Scrum. And since we have started, we would like to welcome you. And before we get into further details, I would like to appreciate Ashi and Krupali for sharing your summary. So yeah, it was the way it was expected. So keep on doing it. So good job. Yeah. Clap.
Yeah.
Good one.
Good evening, sir. This is Sangeeta.
Hi, Sangeeta.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm sorry. I think I'm troubling you a lot by asking or requesting you to send the audio because I come from a non-IT base, and if I go through the audio ones, maybe even I can also send
Audio for
audio of yesterday's class, the first class.
Okay. First class recording. Yes, sure.
And-
Prerna would share that. Yes, Prerna.
And hereafter, like, if you send us the audio, I can know, because when you say it's really more understandable rather than me. And after understanding it and going through other YouTube makes me more understandable. So
Yeah, definitely, Sangeeta, you will get it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
once it is ready, Prerna will share that in the group itself. So do not worry about it.
Thank you.
About that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sangeeta, I would like to know, you are asking about the earlier session or prior to that? Because prior sessions have been shared. I'll just reshare.
Prior section was just an orientation of a self-introduction.
Yes.
Yesterday's class was the first day class where we were talking about the agile planning and the flexibility.
Okay, fine. I'll share both of these, today's and yesterday's, and I'll share in the group. No worries.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Welcome.
So welcome once again, everyone. Let's get started. We are here in the Agile Scrum. So I would like to know one thing. One thing is that for what reason you have joined GuruSchools, this instructor-led training program of BS Scrum. So since I was listening to Sangeeta, would you like to tell me one objective you joined here in this training program?
Of course, is a placement, and that's only
placement, and that should be objective for everyone. But you know what, if the goal is placement getting placed, we must have some code of honor to follow that will protect us from deviating it. Okay, as last time I have explained you why code of honor is needed for the protection of our goal. Let's get started. What is the code of honor for this BS Scrum track? So request you, Prerna, if you can share the screen.
Yeah, sure. We'll start with code of honor, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we are sharing the screen for you, and we'll go through one by one. There are 6. The first one, as I say, you need to show up live, be on time, punctual, highly committed. Why? Because this is what exactly you need to practice once you get placed. So you need to commit to show up live. And it is also said why you need to practice this to replicate, because how you do anything is how you do everything. That is one of the phrase what I have learned from one of my mentor. The second one is, as I say, that you need to be full stack student, just not mere student. So for that, you need to follow to do all the assignment, do self-research, and repeat whatever you have learned. And once you commit to being a full stack student, you need to take full responsibility of success as well as the failure. Why failure? Because when you will take the responsibility of failure, you will realize why this failure is occurring, what exactly was not followed, and that you can track back in the code of honor number 2. So that time this failure becomes the trail for your own success. So taking full responsibility ultimately brings you towards the success. So take the full responsibility of your own success as well as of failure. And to do so, it requires a robust mindset. And when I talk about robust mindset, of course, you should have inculcated your learning mindset, and that requires positive mindset as well. And to have, the moment you will inculcate positive mindset, you will identify yourself going complaint free, and that soak you into the deep gratitude, and that develop a gratitude mindset. And Post that, you must follow code of honor number 5. Prerna, you can scroll it down, please. Code of honor number 5 that says that to develop such mindset, you must have this continuous learning. Prerna, could you please scroll it down?
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, 5th. Yeah. So to do so, you need to increase your receptivity every single day. And for that, I have shared one audio with everyone. And in case you have not got that audio, that is the 30 days challenge. And this 30 days challenge will keep you highly receptive towards this learning, complaint-free, gratitude, and positive mindset. So in case you don't have this audio track, please, after this class, DM me to get this audio track to participate in 30 days challenge to keep you highly receptive towards the positivity and toward the work done. Okay. The second one says that in the how you can increase your receptivity by following golden quadrant of learning. How will you do that? So you need to declare with anchor first. Anchor, last time I said that how you bodily anchor you can use, that could be a self clap or self high five, and then get into the deep learning. The moment your deep learning is done, then draw whatever you have learned. And the moment you have drawn whatever you have learned, within 24 hours, you are supposed to summarize it. Okay, so that why you need to do so, because that will retain your memory longer and stronger and forever. So all of you are ready for the declaration today, everyone? Say yes if you are.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So Prerna, you can slide a little bit towards the right and see if you can select the first declaration.
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, towards the right and select the first declaration. Scroll. Yeah. So towards the right and up in the 5th one itself. Yeah, select the first declaration. I am a quick learner. The one I am with quick learner. In the 5.2.
This one, right?
Yeah, this one, the first statement. If you can select that, just selection. Yeah. So at the count of 3, what do you
want to write? I think you can access the screen. Please try.
Okay, so I'll try. No, I am not able to yet. So okay, yeah, I can. So thank you so much. So what I will do, I'll select this, and at the count of 3, I would request you to repeat after me what you see is selected on the screen. So 1, 2, 3, and clap. I am a quick learner.
I'm a quick learner.
What others can learn and master.
What others can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
So once again, you are going to set an anchor and repeat after me what you see selected on the screen. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, clap once again. Because I'm an awesome learner.
Because I'm an awesome learner.
Today's learning is going to be.
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
Super duper easy to me.
And for that, the body anchor, the clap was necessary. If you have not done, still you can go on mute and clap it out. Thank you so much for declaring it. 6th one is the code of honor, is to become a giver. So once on this path of learning, you are supposed to give your ego away. Why? Because that will keep you spiritually grounded on the path of growth. And why you need to get spiritually grounded? Then only, when I talk about spiritually grounded, it means it increases your happiness level, and more happy you are, the more open you are for the learning, and happiness is today's new productivity, so that every industry requires it. And once you continue to grow on the path of learning, what you need to do is that once you start earning, have an intent of charity. At least once you get placed, you need to do 10% of charity wherever you believe in from your earning. Why you need to do that? Because it is said that when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. So I'm sure here everyone is for the growth purpose, not mere for survival purpose. So even if you are earning today from any source, any medium, choose that you can give away 5 to 10% of your earning. You can donate it, you can do charity with it, wherever you feel like, to feed hungry, or to take care of old age people, or donate it towards the mosque, church, or temple, wherever you wish to. So for the causes, utilize your 10% income, and just do not do charity or give away to have the intent to grow, but also to inspire others. And while you are doing so, appreciate what you do, what others do for you, and even what does not happen to you. Remember, whatever is happening is preparing you for the next scene towards your own growth. And there is one universal law associated with this, says that what you appreciate appreciates you back. So these are the 6 code of honor. We need to commit it together. So do we all agree to follow these 6 code of honor for our own growth, please?
Yes.
Say yes. Thank you so much. So how we are going to follow these days? So we are going to follow Sunday for technical session, 9:30 p.m. we are going to meet, and then we get into assignment. On Monday we need to complete. There are some said assignment, there would be some unsaid assignment. Unsaid assignment is always your video summary of less than 2 minutes that you need to post on Monday. And whenever said assignment will come, that will come towards almost the end of the track, but initially you will need to go ahead with the unsaid assignments only. Then on Tuesday you need to attend RRP session, as well as attend technical session that we are here today at 9:30 p.m. EST. And then on Wednesday, again, you need to complete the assignment that is from the Tuesday's learning. And then on Thursday, again, attend the RRP session. Prerna, you can scroll it down. Okay, let me see if I can.
Maureen and Gurmeet are trying to join.
Prerna, could you let them in, please? See if they are at the door.
Yes, Gaurav, let me check. I couldn't see them.
Yeah. On Thursday, again, you need to attend RRP session, as I said. On Friday is given for the freehand research from your end only, and repeat whatever you have learned. If you have some pending assignment, you can complete on that and prepare any question and answer if you wish to. And Saturday could be your breather day. So this is how for entire 7 days we are supposed to get engaged. If it is clear to everyone, say yes, and we can proceed further towards the deep learning. So everyone understood now that how these 7 days are for us? Yeah, thank you so much. Prerna, you can stop your screen share and reshare the slide, please.
Yeah, sure. Give me a moment.
Yeah. So I can see Maureen is here trying to join. I can see someone with K is already, Kripali is joining.
Yeah, Gaurav shared. This is where we had stopped last time, right?
Yeah. So let's start with Agile Manifesto. So as we had shared last time that GuruSchools, and you learned today's code of honor for this Be Agile track. Likewise, Agile comes with its own principle and values as well that we are going to learn. So first, when you will find Agile Manifesto on scrum.org, it talks about four important items, and that you can see on the screen. And I would like someone to read this. So who can read this first one?
Yeah, sure. Individuals and interactions over processes and tools.
Exactly. So understand it very, very well. It's okay to use tools, but it is okay to use Zoom as well as PPTs. But over that, in fact, processes and tools. So processes and tools said that tools you can follow Jira and all various project management tool, ticket management tool, task management tools, but understand processes are equally important. So processes could be that after day one, we have to get into day two. Day two is done, day three, then we'll follow this. So even that is okay. But do you know what? It is most important to follow the interaction with individuals over processes and tools. So inside the tools, you could say anything, you can manage anything, but if you find a person and you are not giving importance to interactions with them, then following processes and tools are just like not recommended anymore. So you coming over here for the sessions, and if we are not interacting with you, if we are not getting that you are understanding the things or not, just mere going step by step, sharing the through processes these slides, this will not fulfill the objective of you being here. The objective was also with placement after learning. So important becomes here learning. And for that, whether you are understanding this or not, what we do, we at the end understand from you whether you are able to get it or not. So what we are doing, we are interacting with you. So if you have understood how individuals and interactions over processes and tools are important, likewise, we don't just develop a software. So for that, we must have some further objective, and that is what, that is bullet number 2. Who can read that?
Working software over comprehensive documentation.
Exactly. Thank you so much for reading it out as well. So yes, so as you understood last time, that waterfall model allows you to gather the requirement and then document it. So what used to happen, we used to produce bulky documents earlier, okay? And we always not used to give as much as important to working software in comparison to the documentation. So here Agile says that documentation is okay, but we have to give weightage towards the working software first. Whether software is working or not, whether you are delivering a workable software or not, that is more important over what is documented inside. Okay, so give weightage to working software. That was the second thing. Then comes the third bullet. So third bullet, please read one.
I can read, Gaurav, if
yeah, please go ahead.
Customer collaboration over contract negotiations.
Exactly. So it is also okay to develop a contract with the customer, and you can't always continue to say, hey, we have this mentioned in the contract, this mentioned in the contract, and that way business is not going to continue. Ultimately, you will have to focus as per Agile whether you are able to collaborate with the customer or not, and come on the balance point on which you and customer both agree. So for that, you need to give weightage towards the collaboration with the customer. Customer becomes your partner and towards the development or fulfill the objective with the workable software. So always remember, it is customer collaboration over contract negotiation that Agile Manifesto emphasize upon. And then comes the fourth one. So who can read the fourth one? Fourth bullet point, please.
Responding to change over following a plan. Following a plan.
Following a plan. That's right. Thank you so much for reading it out. So yes, so we will have the plan always. And when we have the plan through documentation, there are chances you become the rigid one. And the objective of Agile says that it is not just you need to follow a plan, see whether you are able to respond to the changes what customer is seeking for. So that should be your further objective. And as per Agile Manifesto, that emphasizes upon responding to change over following plan. So this is so much easy that anyone can relate with it. So Pamela says that Gurmeet is trying to join in. I don't know. So can you see him on the door, Prerna? I don't know.
No, I cannot see anybody in the waiting room, Gaurav. Otherwise, I would have.
Okay. So please, Pamela, if you can respond in the group that with the link using what you have joined, and ask him to join in accordingly. Yes, so this is what Agile Manifesto says, emphasizes upon. So we can go to the next slide and we can follow further principles. So let's move what principle says for Agile. We are just getting started and we are learning about Agile principle, manifesto, and values will be coming next. So yes, we can move to Agile principle, Prerna, towards the next slide. Let me see if I can go to.
Evening is an opportunity for
now.
Yeah. Gaurav, you want me to go ahead with this?
Yeah, go ahead, Prerna, that will be fine.
Yeah, thank you. I'll request others to go on mute, please. Maureen, your audio is on.
His Excellency
Maureen, can you hear me? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, so give me a second. Right now, Gaurav explained Agile Manifesto. So in similar fashion, these are, I know what we call, these are the pillars of Agile, wherein entire Agile philosophy, Agile methodology, Agile process, workflow is based on this. So we highly recommend you to understand these in detail, and they are very relatable, very practical, very day-to-day activity oriented types. There's nothing that will come from the sky and something is out of the box. It is very much what we have already discussed on similar grounds. So as we completed 4 manifestos, there are 12 Agile principles. Okay, please remember these numbers. So in interview also they won't ask you numbers as such, but then it's good of you to throw these numbers while talking, just to one second, yeah, just to ensure that you know about them. So there are 4 manifestos and there are 12 principles which are in accordance with each other. So I just need 4 people to read these lines, these points one by one, please. We'll start with the first one and then I'll explain, then we go to the next one. So we'll follow this pattern. Yeah, nominate yourself, come ahead and start reading.
I'll start, Prerna.
Yeah, please.
Customer satisfaction. One of the Agile principles are customer satisfaction through early and continuous software delivery. Customers are when they receive working software at a regular interval, rather than waiting extended periods of time between releases.
Thank you so much, Krupali. So here, as you see, okay, there is all of you might not or might be aware of methodologies. So earlier in software industries, the main methodology used to be a waterfall methodology. I'll just give you some background about it. So basically what used to happen, assuming a customer comes to an organization in January, okay, and they give their requirement, what they want, how they want, this is the website they want, or these are their requirements. They want to have a vegetable selling website, for example, organic vegetables, fruits, greens, everything. And then after that, there used to be no connect with the customer. And end of the year, or maybe after 6 months, the company used to, tell them that your website is ready, you can check. And then there used to be some surprises because the thought process of maybe the client has changed or they wanted some other color coding, they wanted to have some other display. So you see there was such a decent amount of time in between, and there was no contact. So this was a drawback of that methodology. This methodology was quite suitable and working fine for the things which were very simple, straightforward, like early projects. But now projects have become complex. We are using projects for scientific discoveries, for defense, for whatnot, for aeronautical experiences, spaceships. So now, along with IT, what we do in Agile, that instead of giving surprises slash shocks to the customer, what we have regular intervals where, especially in Agile, where we have a review meetings or presentations where customer comes in and we show them we display, we have a presentation of, okay, we have completed this much work. So maybe after 15 days or after 1 month, we show them, okay, this is your vegetable selling website, this is a green is a color theme, as you wanted organic, we have, so whatever they've asked for, present them. So as a customer, you also feel so good. You feel something getting developed, you get that confidence, you get that assurance, and you can also give your input, right? So this is my question to everyone. Please unmute yourself. Like nowadays, you before going to a party, you go to a caterer and you go for the testing session, yes or not, before any wedding. This is quite in India, I'm not sure there, but before any wedding or major event, right, you go for one particular day to the caterer to test some of the items, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we do.
Right? Yeah, we even go to some of the events. They ask you directly to come to some events, so you can see the decoration, how they prepare. So that is for others. But imagine this happening for your own team. Like before your function, they actually come up and give you some dishes. Okay, we have prepared this. Do you like the taste? You will be really happy, right? You will be relieved. Okay, everything is as per plan. Okay, you can add some salt, you can add something else, or you have some more decoration, have some more balloons. So this is what it is, being in contact with them, giving them presentations, sharing what is happening. So customers are also happy that they're having regular connects. Makes sense? Everybody okay with this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great, great. Yeah. Someone please read the second point.
Recommended changing requirement throughout the development process. The ability to avoid delays when requirement or future request changes.
Okay, now this point is in connection with the first point. Here, what they are saying that like first of all, see, when you are meeting your customer, you are presenting them in regular intervals. You are in touch with them, right? There is no gap between you and them and your understanding. So when this thing happens, customer can come up with the changes, right? Like for example, customer wanted to add some reference of FIFA World Cup to their website, or they wanted to have some animation or anything, as per the market trends, as per their thought process, as per their management change. They want to do something different. So all these things are very easy to accommodate when you have a constant connect with the client, right? Because you're talking with them, you're discussing with them. So if there any change, and in case if the change is very big, also there are some parameters about how to accept change. First of all, when a customer comes with a change, if it is a very minor one, like change in color, change in font, change in some look and feel, which is very easy, not so time consuming, you can always accept that. But mostly for bigger changes, maybe requirement changes, that can result in additional cost, additional time, additional resources you might need. You need additional people with a different skill set. You would, as a scrum master, as a business analyst, you never upfront answer in yes or no. You always discuss with the customer and tell them that we after in-depth discussion with my team and seniors, I'll get back to you on that. So generally in the discussions, you have your seniors, like you have your scrum master and other architects as well. But if in case they are not there and you feel that this is a bigger requirement, it would require some change, some technical advancements that you do not have right away. So you always tell them that we will check with your seniors, because see, you're running a business, you're working on a project for profits, so you have to ensure that your cost doesn't exceed your profits. So all these things in the background happens, but before that, there is a flexibility for your customer to come up with the changes, and as per the circumstances, if they are comfortable, they're ready to pay extra, they're ready to give extra time for development. See, it's a win-win situation for everyone, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
You are getting more money, they are getting more work done, so it's all in good faith. So this is why it's very easy in this methodology to accommodate changing requirements till the time you complete your development. Sounds good?
Yep.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'll request someone else to read the third point, please.
Frequent delivery of working software. Scrum
Yeah,
accommodates.
Ashya, one request to you. Can you speak a little louder, or keep your mic a little closer, because your voice is very sweet, but it's a little soft. So for the wider audience, yeah, please.
No, I think maybe there's something wrong with my microphone. I think.
No, now it's decent. Yeah, you can speak, please.
Yeah, it's a frequent delivery of working software. Scrum accommodates this principle since the team operates in software sprints or iterations that ensure regular delivery of working software.
Yeah. So what it says is that see, these are all connecting points. That as you are in connection with the customer, uh, as you are taking their requirements, uh, this simply means that give me a second. Yes. So basically, you are kind of having, regular, I would say, deliveries to them, right? Frequent deliveries. Instead of regular, I would say frequent. So just now I explained the earlier point that simply means that whenever you are taking changes, you're absolutely delivering them as well, right? So small changes or additional changes, whatever the customer is asking for, that you are giving them frequent deliveries. So you understand. So it's it's actually like that. This is one of my favorite examples. Like, like there is a mega sale or season sale, Christmas sale, or what not sale on Amazon. Do you even check how many orders you give? So do you know how many deliveries come to you? The poor Amazon delivery guy, he keeps visiting your house multiple times a day. Do you see that? Yes
Yes.
or no? I think everybody can relate to this. This is actually
Yes.
festival season, so yes. So this is what it is. So you want more items, you want more requirements, you want more development, so there'll be more frequent deliveries, right? It's as simple as that logic. Okay? Works? Understand?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
by the way, there are some important words mentioned here, that is software sprints and iterations. So we will come to that very soon. But in short, as of now, just understand that these are the time intervals. A sprint is a time interval given for a particular set of development. Generally, it can be as small as a week, or it can be as big as 4 weeks. But generally, typically the sprint is around 2 to 3 weeks. Generally 2 weeks. Like, fortnight is a decent time for a set of development. So we'll come to that in detail, definitely. But as of now, just to give you a background that in each sprint or each iteration there is delivery. So that means that within a specific period of time, as an organization, as a development team, we do deliver to the customer as per their wants or as per their requirements. Okay. Yes. Can we move to the
Yes.
next point?
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much. Yeah. So next point.
Collaboration between the business stakeholders and developers throughout the project. Better decisions are made when the business and technical team are aligned.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Right. So it's as simple as that. If you're throwing a birthday party for your kid, you go with the cake flavor that he or she likes, right? You don't go with the flavor that you like, that you can reserve for your birthday. So it's as simple as that. As per the event, we change the preparation. Like for wedding, the decorations are different for party, it is different for maybe other functions, it can be different. So similar way, as per the client, it's good to have collaboration with them, because they have a better understanding of business, they have a better understanding of their requirement, and having in contact with them for all these things, development team also gets a very in detail understanding. So in short, there is no disconnect. Everybody is talking with everyone. They know what they are working on. The customer is quite sure, or is at least given assurance that okay, this will be delivered to you as per your ask. So you get the difference how properly it is done. Yeah.
Yes.
It's basically collaboration, right? That means you are coordinating, you're talking, you're communicating. So see, and always listen, always remember, this is a mantra of life, professional, personal. Wherever there is proper communication, most of the issues are resolved. It can be with your spouse, with your kids, with your in-laws, with your family, within your organization. When people talk to each other, when they resolve conflicts, when they resolve their doubts, things get streamlined. So if you have a clear communication with your customer, that doesn't mean you have to call them for any bits and pieces, every piece of information, but any major update requirement, yes, they are the people you should reach out to. Okay. Everybody good about these 4 points? Any doubts?
Yes.
Please
Yes.
to ask. Thank
No.
you so much. I can barely hear Manish, and in between Krupali and Ashi. I do not know about others, so I'll really appreciate if you could, at least unmute in between and say you understood, or if you have any doubts, right?
No, I'm
So
good
going
with
to the
the
next
point,
slide.
Prerna.
Yeah. Thank you, Krupali. Yeah. So yeah, I want someone else who has not read the earlier points to read the first one, please. Please take this opportunity. This is a
Yeah.
very good opportunity.
Yeah, I will
Yes,
take it. Support, trust, and motivate the people involved. Motivate
uh-huh.
are more likely to deliver their best work than unhappy teams.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. You remember in your school, if you have a particular teacher, for me, it was my maths teacher. We are still in touch, for the records, and he is an amazing person. He used to teach such tough topics, but he used to always have a smile on your face, and he used to always motivate, and he's still like that. Students, even if they don't know, they're learning. So you imagine if you have such a supportive people around who are motivating, who are encouraging, or who are always talking in good faith of yours, guiding you. How well you feel compared to someone who is always putting you down or demotivating, or passing mean comments. Isn't it so logical that you feel happy around such people, and you actually do more, you give more than your 100%, right? You feel
Yeah, absolutely
positive.
right. Yeah.
Absolutely, that it's a human tendency. And it is, imagine this principle has been included. That means how important it is in an agile environment to have such people around. See, agile is a very closely knit group. Okay, there are no 50 or 60 odd people. It's a very small group, sometimes in single numbers, maybe 9, 15, depending on the project. All these people are highly skilled, highly intellectual, highly experienced, they're specialized. But along with that, it's not accepted, or it's not accepted and expected to have their egos with them. They are such a joy of people to work with. They have their own bonding, they have their own understanding. So this is very important, and this is not only important in relation to agile, guys, but whenever you go in any industry, any organization, at your home, ensure that you are surrounded by such people. If you don't have such people, be that person who motivates and supports. So yeah, it's the motivated teams, motivated people, trustworthy people is like, it's like, I would say, a backbone to the entire team. It's very important. So focus on this, and also try to inculcate in your life also. It's a great principle to live by. Yeah. Next point, please.
enable face-to-face interactions. Communication is more,
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
communication is more successful when development teams are co-located.
Development teams are co-located. Thank you, Pamela. So yes, communication, I think I have spoken enough about that, that you're talking, you're communicating, you're discussing. Yeah, apart from that, though this point is pre-corona, but it still stands true. What they recommend is, see, it's a recommendation. They recommend that teams located at one location is an add-on. Like, you're physically accessible to each other, you're available for each other. It's see, post corona, everybody is virtual, everybody is working from home, things have changed. That completely is the thing as of now. But in Agile, they emphasize, it's a great thing to have some everybody under one roof. So the reachability, the communication, the physical connection, contact, it really improves. So they recommend, so they encourage you to have face-to-face interactions. So so they advise that if you are in the same location, that would be great. But then, in my personal experience, when I've been in earlier MNCs, I have connected with clients and even teams across globe, from UK, from US, from Australia, Dublin, wherever, so that also works. But then, given a choice, they would love to have people under one roof. That's it. Okay. Yes, everybody good. Next point.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, please read out.
Working software is the primary measure of progress. Delivering functional software to the customer is the ultimate factor that measures progress.
Perfect. Now we already studied that frequent delivery is important, but frequent deliveries of what? So frequent delivery of whatever software. Now today we have taken example of organic vegetable selling website, right? So the customer, in maybe in one sprint or two sprint, they're asking for you to have all the greens added, and their prices, their stock amount, and where they're available, the delivery times, all that. So they wanted to have all their green vegetables to be, showcased in their website front page or home page. So you as a development team, as an organization, completing that development, showing them, though it's working fine, you can add a particular vegetable, you can actually sell that, or you can actually make the payment, so that will give them the confidence, and that will be your measure of progress or success. Basically, how you complete your delivery or complete your development, right? So because we are talking about IT, we are talking about this development in other maybe in manufacturing or pottery, or machinery equipment. It can be how you complete a machinery, right? How you make it functional. So same way, working software, working web applications, working mobile application, that whatever you're developing, completion of the work, completion of requirement is of primary importance, right? Makes it's quite, trust me, it's very relatable. There is nothing that I'm telling you that you already don't know, but it's only in a better words and in nicely, I would say, quoted. Yes, everybody is good.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Yeah, next point, please. Anybody? I know now we'll have repetitions. Yeah, so grab this opportunity.
Agile
Everybody's
process,
tired. Yeah,
agile
please.
processes to support a consistent development pace.
Mm-hmm.
Teams establish a repeatable and maintainable speed
Maintainable speed. Yeah.
at which they can deliver working software, and they repeat it with each release.
Perfect. Now, release means a regular interval where you are planning to showcase the customer that we have worked on that, and you're releasing it to them. That means they can also test. So this is called as release in short. Don't worry, we'll come to that now. Just focus on principles. So here again, as we learned in the earlier point, that working software is the primary measure of progress. So that working software delivery has to be consistent. See, in every point, there are some keywords, like, in first it's support, trust, and motivate. In second is enable face-to-face interactions. Third is um, delivery or progress is the primary measure of success, and here it is consistent development pace. Okay, so focus on this word consistent. So it's not that, I remember during our childhood days, maybe when we were quite young and we had exams coming up. So, what used to be a pattern, one day you might study for 2 to 3 chapters and you study for, just imagine you being kid, okay, not even in high school or something, like in primary. So you used to like sit and do all the maybe tables or maths problems and whatnot one day. And then next day you'll just go around and do nothing and play and, just do typical time pass and waste your time. Because you were a kid, you were not so consistent. There were not that understanding of time and how you should plan. But then when you got into your higher studies, maybe your college or senior years, I personally remember having my timetable before the exam with revision dates, ready. So this is the change, right? Because you wanted to know that, okay, how consistent you are. Are you able to finish particular study in particular time? Do you have enough time for revision? So similar fashion in Agile, we believe in continuous and consistent delivery. It's not that in first sprint you delivered everything, in second sprint you're going empty-handed. No, absolutely not. It's not professional. So that's why the word consistent pace, that every time in every review meetings with customers, you come and you come with the delivery. In case there are any unforeseen events, like there is a flood, there is some natural calamity, there is some issue, that's like an exception. But otherwise, you have enough time, you communicate with your customer, and it is expected out of you to give them consistent deliveries. That pace and that consistency is very important. Does it make sense? Everybody understands this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, quite relatable to real life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. I mentioned earlier that it's really practical, so there's nothing that is out of the box. And these are the last 4 set of principles. See, we even completed 8, and you were just going with the flow. You might not even felt like they were like something big. Okay, so I'm really happy with that. So first point, please.
Attention to technical detail and design enhances agility. The right skills and good design ensures the team can maintain the pace, constantly improve the product and sustain change.
My goodness, Ashi, I could actually hear that like you were whispering. Though it was very sweet, but I could actually give my ear to you. So yes, thank you for reading it out. So here, what they are actually focusing is, they are mentioning that only consistent delivery is will not work if there is no attention to technical detail and there is no focus on design and how to deliver properly, right? It's like you want to build a house in your native place, for example, okay, and you give the contract to a contractor, and when you come, you see something like a shed or something like a hut. Will you accept it? Tell me.
No.
When you're given a contract for a proper bungalow or two-story building, or whichever kind of house you like, right? So you need the technical details, you need that architect, you need the entire map, how they're working, you need those skilled laborers, you need those skilled engineers, right? So see,
Yeah.
whatever we talk in terms of IT, it's all applicable in real life in all the domains. It can be catering, it can be finance, it can be hospitality, it can be medical, it can be anything and everything. So attention to detail. See, right skills means, as I was mentioning, that sometimes customer might ask some development, some features. Those can be attained by specific set of developers who have that skill. Especially if you are from technical background, you know that Microsoft is evolving on day-to-day basis. They have they have new releases every fortnight and things like that. So there are new technologies and outsourcing and a lot of open source codes. So a lot of invention, a lot of new things coming up. So imagine, to cope up with that, you would need those set of people, skilled people who are who know how to deliver on time with great quality, right? So that's why they're mentioning that not only delivery, not only timely delivery, but attention to detail and design that has to be there to ensure that along with being agile, you're delivering the best possible quality. Easy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Then now simple point, super simple.
Simplicity,
Uh-huh.
develop just enough to get the job done
Done for
for
right now.
right now. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now here I have a hilarious example for you to give. It's quite relatable. It's like when you wanted to go for a picnic and you wanted to ask your mom and dad for that, and before taking their permission, you were actually behaving like such a good boy or a girl. You're doing all your household chores, you're doing your homework, and then your mother really got suspicious. So and then you go to her and you ask, and she just gives you a permission, like, yeah, you can go. And then she was like, it was that simple. Why you were just trying all these extra efforts, right? So this is just a funny element for you to remember. We generally give examples so the points are stuck to your mind. So simplicity simply means just deliver what the customer asks. Now, for you, it may sound like, well, why this point is added? Isn't it common sense? Isn't it like, what we do? But trust me, I've been into development. Sometimes developers can be a different race altogether. They are highly driven. They are very passionate, and they really want to work on their skills. So sometimes in that flow, they can add some functionality which was not even asked by customer. And trust me, it does happen. Okay. So and then that would result in non-acceptance of customer, or some extra time given by invested by the developer, which things which we are not looking for. Okay. To be very honest. So don't get too driven by this zing, or in the process. Ensure you're sticking to the plan. Ensure you're working as per your customer expectations and requirements, and do not overdo anything. Right? We always say this to kids also. Do not overdo. I mean, it can be playing or eating ice cream or doing anything. So it's really simple. Stick to the plan. Whatever they're asked, just give them what they're asking, and don't overdo anything. Easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. Now coming to the second last point. So please go ahead. Maureen, did I hear you? I don't remember. Did I? If I'm not, can you please?
Okay. Sorry. Self-organizing teams, encouraging great architectures, requirements and designs. Skilled and motivated team members who have decision-making power, take ownership, communicate regularly with other team members, and share ideas that deliver quality products.
Thank you. Thank you for reading it out. Absolutely. Now, this is an interesting word. I told you every sentence. Yeah, Maureen, you can go on mute. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So every point or principle has this keyword. So here, if you say self-organizing teams. Now, can you tell, okay, this is an open question for all. What do you mean by self-organizing teams? Uh-huh. Any idea what this word?
Self-organizing is like self-motivated. You organize your things, like keeping things in proper place.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I would say it's more along the lines of self-sufficiency, like cross-functionality, I guess, if I had to.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. I just want more inputs. Yeah. Anybody else wants to add? No? Okay. So let me add. So first of all, both of you are right. It's basically means that you organize your thing and you don't need to have a constant supervision or micromanagement. As I already mentioned, right? this set of people is highly skilled, highly committed, highly experienced, dedicated, driven. So these people manage things, everything on their own, because they are the best of best from their field. And how do they achieve that? That they have their own decision making power and intelligence. They can take ownership. They do take ownership, and they understand, okay, this is the work we have to prioritize. See, there are senior members like scrum master and product owner and maybe senior management. Everybody is there for the guidance, but this set of people is such a highly qualified and highly skilled group that they are absolutely wonderful on their own. They don't need that extra supervision and people to come and tell them do this and do that. They know what they have to do, they work it well, and they deliver it properly. So this is it. They take the ownership, they are skilled, they motivate each other, they help each other out, and they ensure that everything that is asked for is delivered properly. Okay, everybody understands this? And self-organizing simply means that you are self-sufficient, you know what to do, you know how to do it, and you're going ahead with it. So they understand everything, they have the technical, functional, domain knowledge, everything, and they're just working on their own without actually seeking much help from outside. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And the last point, the 12th principle.
Regular reflections on how to become more effective. Self-improvement, process improvement, advancing skills and techniques help team members work more efficiently.
Absolutely right. Thank you so much, Krupali. So, see, this point is actually so related to all of you guys because you are here for self-improvement and you're advancing skills, right? So this is what the highly skilled people do. This is what highly aware people do. So even in Agile, it's not only about delivery and customer, it's also about how well you are developing. Because see, ultimately a team's skill set, a team's delivery of work, their knowledge, their understanding, their work matters the most. This is how you will be able to handle and deliver to the customer. So regular reflections of, like if a person is a technical resource, then they have to brush up their skills. They have to get into additional training, even for managers and people from HR and, people management workers or employees. They have to brush up. You have those people management sessions, you have this team building sessions. So it's basically self-improvement is an ongoing process, and I have to get into that. So self-improvement, process improvement, like how you work, what best thing you can you do some automation, and things like that you can, and you can increase your skills, you can polish your skills, do some certifications, some advanced courses, and then overall. So this is in turn help each other, help their team to deliver well, and in all they become the best version of their own. So they strive for that. As a team, as an individual, we all should also do that. So yes, we come to the end of Agile principles. I know they are 12, but then if you look at them one by one, they are very easy. See, no one will ask you to mark them up and say on their face, one by one in interview. But then knowing what they are, at least the heading, like simplicity, self-organizing teams, encouraging great architecture. So these things really matter. And once you understand this, you know what you're working on and you know how Agile. Okay. So any doubts on these principles from anyone, please feel free to ask. If we have no doubts, I'll invite Gaurav for the next slide. Okay. All good?
Okay.
Sure, Prerna.
Yeah, Manish.
I said just it's absolutely good.
Oh, thank you
We
so much. I
understand.
just heard Prerna. Thank you. Yeah.
I have a quick
I'll
question.
just go to the next slide. Until that time, any update from Gurmeet, because I still can't see him in
No, he didn't join.
the waiting room. No.
So
Because see, I can't
he's
see him in the
struggled.
waiting room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
no problem.
Yeah. Gaurav, can you see the next slide?
So yes, sure. So thank you so much, Prerna, for a wonderful explanation on principles. So now we are touching the frameworks. So since you know the Agile is methodology, but what are the most used frameworks are there in Agile? So what you see on the screen, the diagram is talking about Kanban, PP, that is peer programming, and or XP, that is extreme programming, and Scrum. So let me see if you can see me mouse hovering. Wait a second, I'm requesting. So on the left hand side, the diagram you see with the Kanban desk, that is the Kanban board, and it is representing the Kanban framework, which donates, which indicates that this is progress, that is from to do to in progress towards the done. So everything is visible on a board that is called as Kanban. And then what you see on in the circle is the planning feedback loops. Okay, so planning feedback loops, it says that it starts with request, and then you plan it, and then acceptance tests are there, and then you do stand-up meeting, and then you do prioritization of work, you do unit testing, then again you I'm not able to read that before code. What is there, Prerna, can you read it?
Pair
It's a
programming.
pair programming. So yeah, so what is exactly pair programming? Pair programming, where two of colleagues sit together and they code together, okay, and one reviews others job, one reviews others code, okay. So that comes under pair programming, or this is also, pair programming is also part of extreme programming, that is XP. And what you see on this slide is Scrum framework. We will learn more about it in the coming slides, that we will be able to present you well that how Scrum framework looks like. So it always starts with what you see on the screen. So what you see on the screen, just a second. Yeah. So can you see mouse moving on the screen? No? Or yes? I don't think. Yeah.
Yes.
Is a project
So,
vision.
Yes.
yeah, so it start with this meeting, that is sprint planning. Then it gets into uh, this is the sprint planning meeting. Then here prioritization happens. So here exactly initially you find all the requirements gathered, just like I gave you the example of braid loaf. The stack of requirement would be there. Then you prioritize them in the sprint planning meeting. Then you start working on them, and while you will start working on them, then daily meeting happens, which we call it as a stand-up meetings. And then sprint review happens, okay, where customer sees how the work is going on. Then it gets delivered the moment sprint review is done. But at the same time, you get into the sprint retrospective meeting, where you discuss about the learning. We will be talking about this more in details in coming slides. So let's move to the next slide. Let's see what is there for you. So we can go to the next slide. Let me see if I can go. Yeah. So here you see the best practices. So best practices of Agile is value. 4 values we talked about. We talked about how working software over documentation is important, like that. We read the 4 values, but we are going to once again have a scan over it. Then 12 principle Prerna was talking about. Then other practices, collaborating with customers, and then work together daily. Okay, so here what is important is communication, coordination, then balance of team member contributions, mutual support, effect, and cohesion. Okay, so these are best practices. It always talks about Agile best practices always talk about iterative development. In the bread loaf example, I talked about increment. So one slice goes in and it is done, finished, and then second comes in the same fashion and gets finished. So iteration is going on. So Agile represent iterative development. Daily meeting happens, which we would be calling as a daily stand-up. And the tools, I gave you example of Jira and all. So let's get into the next slide. What is there for you? So any question in the best practices? I think everyone is good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Where can we go back and go through these slides again, if you want to refer for the
So
PowerPoint?
see, these you can find anywhere over the Google, but PPT you won't be able to find. But yes, I would recommend that everyone to go through the recording. In recording you can find it, because PPT won't be able to, we won't be able to share. Okay, so that's the thing. So yes, Prerna, we can move to the next slide if you have ready. Yeah, so I hope I answered your query. While we are moving to the next slide.
Yeah. So Gaurav, should I go to the next different slide,
Yeah,
please?
next slide. Yeah.
Give me a moment.
Yeah, sure. So do you know that while Prerna is sharing the slide, let me tell you that you were discussing about self-organizing team. Do you remember? Prerna
Yes.
asked you what, yeah. So the best example of self-organizing team you see in the training itself. And how is that? So give me a minute, guys. I'll come back soon.
Yes. So here now, Gaurav will explain you how agility in project works, in what all, I would say, domain or different types of projects and how it is.
So what
basically,
happens? Self-organizing team, when we were asking you and you were responding. So the best example is that whenever Prerna or me ask you that, hey, can you read this one? Can you read this one? You don't discuss with each other. You just show the leadership skill. You come forward and you select one. Okay, I'm going to read the bullet 1, bullet 2. Do you remember you guys doing like this?
Yes.
Yes, volunteer.
Yeah.
The
Yes, so you are volunteering, and you are no one is forced, no one is. You were just leading by example. You were choosing your own space and your own bullets. So that is the example of self-organizing team, and this we can demonstrate as a team, generally agile team in sprint planning meeting. How we would be talking about that very soon next. However, for completely, to follow the agility in the projects, we have some tools. We have been talking about the tools. So few tools are here available. You can see them as an example. Before we get into the tools, let's talk about what all the certifications available. So these are some example of the certification. You can take the screenshot of it. So to prove the speed delivery, continuous delivery, small to bulk agility is encouraged in the process. Reason in the process, reason people have done the certification. Yeah, so these are the example of certification. One is PMI SAP. Then SAFE is a scaled agile framework enterprise. So this is called as SAFE. Second bullet. Kanban certification you can do, DevOps certification you can do, Scrum and different levels or types of master. You can Google it out. There are multiple, even free certifications are available. From Scrum study, you can avail few free certifications and training. You can Google it and you can find it. If you are on LinkedIn, through LinkedIn also you can find it. Then P4MR, these are the certification, product owner certification, product development certification, and enterprise coach, agile leadership, scrum advanced, and whatnot. So there are multiple, but to start with, I would generally recommend go ahead with the scrum study. Okay, so why scrum study? Scrum study gives you the fundamentals of agile to understand, and then you can be certified for fundamental agile scrum practitioner, and then you continue to move further towards the next level. And these are very simple. As you remember, I have been talking about the mindset. So agility is all about the mindset. You must have agile mindset, and this is easy to understand being a human. Okay, so the way you feel like served as a customer, the way you want to serve others, right? So how do you feel like customer? Say for example, if you have given someone some task for a repairing work, right? So what exactly happens? You continue to get the feedback till what extent the work has been done. You continue to check with your service provider whether he is delivering the things in time or not, or whatever commitment he has given to you, whether you are able to follow it or not. So you continue to check that. Do you all follow me? Yes.
Yes.
And do you agree that this kind of check happens? Feedback you check for, right?
Yes, because like whenever I go for my over here I seen one car dealership, when I give them for oil change or anything, every 10 minutes they send me a 30-second video. So I like that,
Wow, wonderful. So this is loop mechanism. So you would love to have such kind of services, right? Always, like Manish says that how he loves that the kind of feedback he receives. So this is how even the agility works. Okay, so this is how about, and this is the mindset they develop, these service provider develop, that how important it is for customer to know about the progress of the work. And this is how Manish was explaining that he receives the video, and he is always aware that what is going on. So this is what agility is all about, and that's the reason you must go ahead for the various certification. At least start with the free certification. However, our students in the past, even the batch was running, we had not even completed, and they developed the means understanding in a way that they certified themselves, not themselves, but they got certified from Scrum Alliance. Scrum Alliance is a reputed board as a safe practitioner or Scrum Master practitioner. So they got certified from Scrum Alliance as well. And you too have the similar potential. So people who had even no background of Agile, no background of IT, they got certified by Scrum Alliance while the track was still going on. So this is one kind of a motivation for you. So you can have various certifications while the track is already ongoing. So what all tools are used generally when we talk about the Agile? So we can go to the next slide. Let me see if I can. No. Prerna, can we go to next slide, please? Prerna, I want to move to next slide if you're there. On mute.
Yeah, sorry, Gaurav, I was on mute. Just went to the next slide. Yes.
Yeah. So what do you see here? Tools for practicing Jira, practicing Agile. So the most famous tools are here. Jira is the most known tool for project management, ticket management, task management, and defect management tool. Most of the companies use that. Jira or DevOps is today trending and mostly used. DevOps, Jira, and then Asana, Trello, Exosoft, Zoho, Sprint, Rick, iScrum, Taiga, Scrum Study, Hands-Off, UTrack. So I would like you to choose any of the tool. Okay, understand this very well. So you choose any of the tool listed over here. Okay, you can and go back once class is over and just create your dummy profile, sign up for the trial version and start playing around it and just see what this tool does. Okay, try to explore by your own self. Okay, so once you will go back and you have to pick one, say for example you have picked iScrum. Okay, and you will go back after the class, you will explore that by your own self. Okay, you don't need to come back and ask that what you need to do. It is very much clear, this is going to be exploratory work. Do you understand what kind of work it is going to be? Exploratory. What is the word?
Exploratory.
Everyone? Exploratory work. So that you are going to do with iScrum, for example. Okay, and you will explore it by your own self, and that's done. That will be your job. So when you will summarize the video, you can talk about this assignment. We needed to choose one agile tool and explore that. And I explored iScrum, say for example, or I explored Scrumpy, or I explored Asana. Don't use Jira or Trello, because we will have some work in Jira and Trello, and I'll be talking about that. Okay, towards the end of the track. Everyone understand what I said?
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. We can go to the next slide. You can take meanwhile the screenshot. I hope you can. Let me see if I can go. Yes. So yeah, so preview at ice cream, that was the assignment given in the earlier batches. So that is it. So having said so, just give me a second. So yeah. Prerna, do we have the further slides?
Yeah, good. I was just checking.
Yeah. So any questions so far? Are you able to understand it in an easy way, everyone? Krupali,
Yeah,
Manish,
Gaurav, we
Mori,
do not have
Momita.
anything. Sorry. Yeah, I was saying that today we have covered manifesto and principles, which are quite intense and important topics. So we can actually give them a break here to digest and to understand, and we
Sure,
can
sure.
start from the next time. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely. So yeah. So guys, so I was asking if you have any questions so far.
No, it's absolutely, it's like how you explain, it's so easy, because when
Okay.
I started, I was thinking like how I'm gonna be
Right.
I'm entering in a different IT, but it's so easy.
Yeah. So that's how we believe into present. You can stop screen share, Prerna, if you wish
One
to.
moment. Can you
Yeah.
please show the 29th page, because I want to take the screenshot of it?
Yeah, please. So
Thank
this is 29th page is talking about the tools.
you.
What
Right.
we, yeah. So you can
Yes,
take
I
the
took it.
screenshot.
Thank you.
Yeah. So everyone. So yeah, you can stop screen share now, Prerna.
Yes.
So this is how agile is. This is how frameworks that we touch base today. So because I was listening to Pamela, so Pamela would like to hear from you. How did you find today's training? What do you feel like saying, in fact, about the training, what you just now received? What word comes in your mind, or phrase comes in your mind, or sentence comes in your mind?
Yeah, Gaurav, today's information, like I did not join this class. Like I missed couple of classes in the beginning.
Yeah.
So today's session was really like I got the in-depth knowledge of Agile actually. All the four pillars and 12 principles. I think I told it
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
It was really like I was like thinking it should be more technical, but when I was reading the points when Prerna was asking us, it was really, I felt like we can do self-organizing. It's not a big deal, or the other things, whatever was showing, like we need to talk to each other during meetings, the facial interactions, those were very easy for me.
Exactly. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Pamela, for sharing that. And exactly, we want this kind of confidence to instill in each one of you so that you understand that this is very easy. This is not a rocket science. Anyone can do that. And my personal intent is that even a 5 years old can join, he can start working straight away from the day the training ends. So if you are able to sense that you are able to understand in that way, you can explain that in your summary video so that even 5-year-old can understand it. So you need not require much more preparation, but yes, have that intent and you will find that very easy way to summarize it. And if you can summarize it in video, you can simply explain it in the interview. So that level of confidence we wanted, and I'm glad that it is floating there. So thank you so much, Pamela, for your sharing. So please call out someone's name.
Ashi?
Ashi, yes, Ashi, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, very much. You can be loud, by the way, but yeah.
No, I think there's something wrong with my earphones.
No problem. Yeah, go ahead.
No, yeah, today's class was really interesting. Yeah, the principles also, I mean, such important topics were covered in a very easy and friendly manner. Yeah, so it was a very interesting class.
Thank you so much, Ashi. You found it interesting. Please call out someone's name on the screen you see.
Maureen?
Maureen. Yes, Maureen, what do you feel like saying, Maureen?
Oh, okay. Today's class was interesting. Although I did not join on time, but it was interacting, interesting, and self-explanatory.
Self-explanatory is the word you found. Thank you so much, Maureen, for sharing that. Kindly call out someone's name on the screen.
Manish.
Yes, Manish. What do you feel like saying, sir?
Yeah, today's class was so interesting. I can use all these things in a daily base. Like in my routine life too. It's so easy, and I think I learned a lot today.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. It's really interesting to know that you can use it in your daily work. So congratulations, I would say, for that. So yes, Manish, call out someone's name on the screen. You're welcome.
Krupali.
Krupali, what do you feel like saying, Krupali?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I find today's class was very important topics covered throughout the PowerPoints, but explained in a very mellow way, in giving day-to-day examples and covering the manifestos, principles, which are core themes of Agile, and breaking it down in a very good way by both of you. I really appreciate the details put into the slides. And I just had a quick question. Out of the different tools you mentioned, which are in practice, which are the most 5 common tools used? The most common.
Yeah. So I'll quickly tell you the answer. So you can take a note of it. It's the DevOps. That is number 1. Jira, number 2. Number 3, Trello. Number 4, Monday.com. And number 5, what else? Trello, Jira, DevOps. So and these are 4 as per me. So I can't recall anything at 5th position, but you can take anything from the list what we shared, like SCRUM or Asana or anything else. So those were the tools. Okay, so 4 are these important: Monday.com, Jira, Trello, DevOps. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Gaurav. Just a follow-up regarding that. Is Rally also a similar tool to Jira? Is it used?
Rally is there, but you can't say is the similar tool as Jira, but yeah, definitely this is another tool, and that is for the purpose of defect management or task management. It is used generally, not full pace for the project management, but yeah, Rally is a good tool as well. But mostly people are moving away from Rally, Ashi.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. So yes, Krupali, did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, please, you're welcome. Please call out someone's name on the screen you see. Krupali, you are on mute.
Okay, I'm going to call out. Sangeeta.
Sangeeta, yes, Sangeeta, what do you feel like saying, Sangeeta?
Yeah, a very good explanation about the Agile manifestos and the principles, and very clearly explained. And furthermore, lastly, we landed with the tools. So it was like a step-by-step process, like how to start and the Agile principles, manifestos, and finally we ended with the tools. So all this, like, gave me a picture of how it works in a in an office, or where we can see, like, when you start a website, what all the requirements is needed. I was able to correlate it with it, and take notes of it also. Thank you.
Awesome, Sangeeta. Thank you so much for sharing. I understood that you were able to visualize everything. So that's a good thing for that. So thank you so much for sharing, Sangeeta, once again. Please call out someone's name on the screen, you see, please. And for that, you will have to unmute yourself.
Manish Patel.
Manish is done.
I couldn't see Kripali Patel or something. She's done.
Yeah, just before you.
I think almost is done. Everyone is done. I can.
Yeah, but one is remaining.
Maureen.
Maureen is done as well.
I'm not sure, sir. I couldn't make it out.
No problem. You can call out Momita's name.
Monica?
Momita's name.
Momita, okay. Momita.
Yes.
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank
okay,
you.
Momita. Sorry, Momita Sanyal. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Thank you, Prerna. Thank you, Sangeeta. Today's class was very interactive, and we learned about the Agile frameworks, the 3 commons, that is the Scrum, Kanban, XP. The best practices, that is the 4 manifestos, 12 principles. The main thing is the business analyst. He or she needs to work with collaborate with the customer, work together, communicate, coordinate. Main thing is the balance of team members and cohesion with other team members.
Awesome.
We also learned about the new tools, the different tools that are used in Agile framework. Yeah, thank you so much for this nice session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Momita. Momita, call out someone's name on the screen.
I guess everybody is done.
Yeah.
So Prerna.
Call out. Yes, thank you so much, Momita. Yes, Prerna, over to you.
Thank you
for your closing remarks.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Momita. First of all, thank you so much, everyone, for your participation, the way you interact and you could relate. Trust me, I'm very glad that you could understand and, you could actually implement and correlate the principles and manifesto to your real life. So that's great. Kudos to you. So you should actually, have a pat on your back that, okay, you are there and you're in tune. And overall, a wonderful session. Definitely one of the most important sessions because we learned in detail about Agile principles and manifestos, and they are like the stepping stone of understanding. And I love the way you all interact and be there and respond to us. So overall, a very satisfactory and superb session from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, Gaurav.
Thank you so much, Prerna. Yes, I will totally agree with you. Great participation from each one of you. And I'm glad that you were able to participate. And I'm also glad that you understood today the importance of tools and certification. I'm looking forward from each one of you in coming days to get satisfied and flaunt your certificates on WhatsApp group along with your summary of summary videos, which would be lesser than 2 minutes. Recording would be shared by Prerna, and also there is a purpose behind this summary. When we ask you to call out someone's name, it is also there is a purpose behind is that this is how you generally do a kind of a ceremony for which we are going to learn in Agile, which is called as sprint retrospective or daily stand-up. Even you continue to call each one's name. Okay, so this is what we are practicing in reality as well. So hope now you are able to relate why we are doing. So there is a reason behind it, whatever we are doing. So everyone understand now why we were doing that, calling out names at the end? Clear?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir.
So for that, because you participated so much well, I want you to look at your palm, right hand, just bring in front of you, just put it in front of you and look at it. Once you're doing that, you're looking at it, just take towards your left shoulder and touch it. And just try to touch it, tap it twice, thrice, and 4 times. If you have done it, say you are awesome, you're amazing. So that's it. Why? Because you need to reward yourself in a different ways, and this is what Agile teaches us, that how we can reward every self-organizing team member. Okay, so this is one of the tiny reward when you appreciated your own self. Thank you so much everyone for participating. I assume everyone has tapped on their shoulder. Did you do that? Say yes if you did.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate your 100% participation. That is what is needed. Thank you so much once again. I would like to meet you on next Sunday, 9:30 p.m. EST. Remember this time, and please come up with the summary or any question. Would love to answer them. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night. And talk to you.
night.
Gaurav, I have a question. Sunday is Christmas. Are we?
Okay, is it Sunday's Christmas?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay,
Thanks
so
to
we'll
remind
meet
us.
on Tuesday.
Okay.
Or how it is going to be, Prerna, you can tell us.
Yeah, so then I think that this is the season, so I think we should give that off, because that will be really tough for everyone, because it's a day of enjoyment. They'll be out. So yeah, we can have a break on Monday. I mean, the coming Sunday. No worries.
So
We
coming
can
Sundays.
come back. Yeah,
Okay.
coming Sunday, 25th, right? It's just it's
Yes.
Christmas. So
So
yeah,
are you
so
all or any one of you going on the long vacation or something? Because most of the offices are getting closed for long hours, longer days. So just wanted to know, anyone has such plans?
Yeah, I had planned, but it's no problem. Like I can take my laptop with me.
Okay, you can attend it. So everyone is with the Manish and together, so we can attend it on 27th.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So everyone, I
Yeah.
hope, Maureen.
Yep.
Maureen, Pamela, and everyone else.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
27th.
Already
27th.
responded. I'm okay.
Okay, so let's meet on 27th December and we'll go
yeah,
ahead with
sounds
the
good.
next session. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. So I'll also put the next session is on 27th, and yeah, recording will be provided to you. Prerna will put it inside the group as well. And I'm looking forward to see all of your summary. Thank you so much. Bye-bye and good night.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Happy
Gaurav,
holidays. Enjoy.
Good night.
Happy
Thank you, ma'am.
holidays.
Gaurav and Prerna, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yes, yes, Pamela.
Yeah,
Sure.
sure. Let me pause the recording. Give me a
Sure.
second.
Yeah, sure.